It's your boy C World Media, and I'm back. Let's get into it. Don't need to waste no time. Yo, I heard they brought back Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, baby. Another part of the PlayStation, well, Sony Direct, Sony Showcase, whatever it's called. All right, we saw Wolverine. This is another game that they showcased in it. They haven't had a Lara Croft game, sorry, a Tomb Raider game in forever. Obviously, her name is Lara Croft. But yeah, they had movies. They had the games from back in the day. PlayStation. They had movies with Angelina Jolie. Are they bringing Angelina Jolie? Is she gonna be in the game? Is she gonna be the voice? I don't know. Let's see what this thing is cracking for. Let's see if it's something that I would even be willing. Because remember, I got to get PS5 now. So let's see if this is a game that I would be willing to get along with Wolverine. Because I have to make the purchase worth it, right? Can't just buy PS5 Pro just for Wolverine. So. I still think they're lying. I think they're going to port those games over eventually to PC, Steam, all that stuff. But let's see what this is.
Been halfway across the continent looking for you.
Oh, they...
Hard woman to track down.
Well, you found me.
Amazon Game Studio.
Ms. Croft, I hear when it comes to retrieval,
Like Spider-Man.
you're the one to hire. This isn't about glory or money or making the world a better place.
So they just
This is
start
a
off.
puzzle
They start off the game.
buried in centuries of silence. You don't strike.
See, this is one of those games where it's like you can't just play the game and win, like, and get through it, like, and just beat the game, just have fun beating people up. This is one of those adventure games, puzzle games. You saw she was pulling the little gear cog in the water to connect to one that she's standing on. Then you gotta walk or like probably turn. You gotta do all this puzzle style and stuff. If you're not into that, this ain't the game for you. Yeah, that's cool. I like games like that sometimes. Like, I love the Batman series, Arkham. I just love beating people up using the gadgets and stuff. But once you start throwing all the puzzles, the Riddler stuff, and you gotta figure stuff out, find this stuff, figure out all the map, that stuff gets too redundant. I'm not trying to do all that. Can I just play the game? Can I just get through the game and enjoy it and get to the different stages, get to the boss fights, get to the different levels, get the new weapons and gadgets? Why I gotta do neuroscience? Like, why I got this is all right.
Me as someone who walks past a locked door without wondering what's behind it.
So
There's a reason I can only trust you with this.
It doesn't. I thought it would be the dinosaurs. Where's she at? Yeah, the Spider-Man. Oh, she's swinging something.
Gotta say, I captured your good side.
You're assuming I've got a bad side.
Legacy of Atlantis. Next year. You play 2 days early. If you get those, if you pay extra money. I didn't know Amazon was making games like that now. Okay, cool, wow. But Crystal Dynamics, I know about them. Y'all messed up Adventures, so I ain't go. All right, I mean, looks kind of nice. Nice adventure game. But yo, I mean, like I said, games like this are an acquired taste. Either you love it or you don't. Like, this isn't just some game you're just gonna sit down with and just breeze through, like easy peasy. No. These are the games that takes out. Like, you have games that take 10 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours to play. This is one of those games where it's like, it could take a certain amount of hours, but it's just gonna be longer than that, just because of all the puzzles and the stuff that you got to get through. You got to get through a bunch of nonsense all the time. You can't just, you see, like, you can't just play the game and enjoy it Well, I'll tell you that. Probably a lot of the enjoyability comes from doing the puzzles, solving and stuff like that, figuring stuff out. You know what I'm saying? All you guys that like to be detectives and just go through the different stuff and, you know, find this stuff over here. And you know what? Certain things. Okay, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. There's one thing I like about certain games like this, adventure games. Whether, you know, adventure, RPG, whatever. You get to a certain point in the game and there's stuff you just can't do until you go somewhere else in the game, get that piece or find some key. Do you know, like that Link stuff, that Zelda stuff from back in the day, where Link had to find all the stuff, you had to come back with this key and this potion, and it's like then you'll forget what you have to bring back because you had to do. I'm sure y'all go through that with Resident Evil. You forgot what room you got to go to because you got to go like 10 minutes. You got to play the game for another 2 hours to come right back to this certain spot. It's like, yo, man, and it's just annoying. Like that part of RPG adventure style games is just annoying. It's just annoying. Other than that, I think the game's gonna be. The game looks exciting. You know, like the difference between this and Wolverine, like they have the same concept. Like you're playing through an adventure RPG game, story driven, and if you like the character, you're gonna have a great time. But Wolverine's not gonna have all this puzzle element stuff like that in the game, where you gotta figure stuff out, and like Wolverine's not gonna have to use his brain and like do puzzles on the board together. No. Like this stuff that they had in Spider-Man, it's not gonna be in Wolverine. Spider-Man had to use the scientific part of his character, you know, the Peter Parker character, and do puzzles in Doc Ock's lab and stuff like that, and like just to get through the game. You literally had to do that to get through the game. You couldn't just be Spider-Man the whole time and just have fun. No. You got to do Peter Parker, the kid scientist stuff. It wasn't a kid, he didn't, whatever. But you know, Peter Parker the scientist stuff. These types of adventure games, you get to do all this cool swinging stuff and fighting and shooting and, you know, barely get your behind ate by dinosaurs, but you gotta do a bunch of puzzle stuff. And I'm just not. I like puzzle stuff, but to a certain extent. Like give me up to like a 6, maybe a 7. I probably don't want a 7. Give me like a 5. Once they get to like 9, 10, where you just puzzle, intertwine with the fighting and stuff, and man, I'm like, yo, I'm good. I'm okay. It's like, bro, I paid $80 for the adventure, the fighting, the gadgets, blah blah blah. And look, I understand. That's just me. A lot of y'all love the puzzles. A lot of y'all love sitting there trying to figure something out for a whole hour of your life that you can't get back. Y'all like that stuff. It's cool. It's a part of the, you know, the experience of the game, the ambiance of the game. You loved it. So at the end of the game, when you beat it and you reflect back on the game, you're like, yo, I had a great time. I had to spend an hour on that puzzle to get into this room or to figure out what the key is. I had to do stuff like that when I played God of War. And I don't know about the recent God of Wars, because I know they probably the same stuff, but God of War back in the day, PlayStation 2 and stuff like that. Oh yeah, well, I didn't have God of War, but I don't know if it started on PS1 or whatever, but I got it on Steam Deck. so I got to play it. And there's a bunch of puzzle elements in that game where it's like, dang, bro, I wish I could just fight everybody. You got to go around looking for stuff and figuring stuff out underwater and bringing it back up, do this puzzle, make this thing turn. It's like, you gonna have to do that in this game, for real. And that stuff is annoying. But I know, hey, if y'all like it, that's what's up, yo. I might get it. We'll see. I'll see what the reviews are when it comes out. But other than that, I mean, I don't think this won't be a day one purchase. You see that exclusive stuff, exclusive buy, all that stuff. No. That ain't. I ain't doing that. I don't need to purchase this early. I don't need to play 2 days early. I'm gonna see what everybody else is saying first. The game I do want to get is that James Bond 007 Dying Light. Don't know, light first, whatever, first light, whatever it's called. That looks great. That has the stuff I like, just like Arkham. It has the fighting and it has the stealth. That's what I like. I like fighting and stealth stuff. And then, you know, figuring stuff out, maybe slight puzzle stuff. But you see that stuff right there? That's all puzzle aspects. But it's cool. Yeah, I'm sure y'all love stuff like that. All that stuff that's in Resident Evil, y'all like, you know, having to go in one room and you can't get somewhere, so now you gotta go somewhere else on the map for another 2 hours and then come all the way back to now you can unlock it. Y'all like that stuff, man. That's cool. Hey, God bless you. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all can get this new Tomb Raider. It's not Angelina, but It looks nice. I don't know if she's ever been in the game. I think she's just been in the movies. But yeah, let me know what you think. It's your boy, C World Media. And